Hi friends. I'm Arma Saeed and you're watching Why You Should Take the First COVID-19 Vaccine That's Available to You on Kingdom Information YouTube channel. Please like this video and subscribe the channel for latest stories, updates and articles on daily basis. Experts say all the COVID-19 vaccines available are highly effective, so don't shop around. Experts say the 3 COVID-19 vaccines now in use as well as those in clinical trials are highly effective. They urge people to get the first vaccine that's available to them rather than wait on one that might be slightly more effective than another. Getting a vaccine that's less effective than others is still much better than having no vaccine at all, experts say. Which COVID-19 vaccine should you get? Whichever one you can get into your arm first, medical experts say. When the new coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, first emerged more than a year ago, there was no vaccine to fight COVID-19, the disease it causes. Now there are 3 vaccines authorized, with more in advanced stages of development. The vaccines take different approaches to fighting COVID-19, and effectiveness varies slightly as well. However, experts say the bottom line is that any vaccine is better than no vaccine in preventing COVID-19. And, if you do get COVID-19, a vaccine increases the chances that you'll have a mild rather than severe bout of the illness. Get the first one available, agreed Dr. Stephen Key, a COVID-19 researcher, author of Stay Safe, A Physician's Guide to Survive Coronavirus, and CEO of Atossa Therapeutics Inc. They all keep you out of the hospital and keep you from dying, and those are big things. For example, he said, when the FDA issued emergency use authorization for the first 2 COVID-19 vaccines, the agency brought in independent experts to review safety data on the vaccines. And while those new vaccines from Pfizer BioNTech and Moderna use groundbreaking messenger RNA, mRNA, technology, Tan said that researchers have been familiar with such vaccines for at least 15 years. Both vaccines also far exceeded the FDA's threshold for effectiveness of emergency vaccines, which was set at 50%. Those of us involved with these vaccines were not surprised at how safe and effective they are, Tan said in late January. We have now vaccinated more than 20 million people and we see that the sky is not falling. About 1 in 4 people experience some sort of side effects from receiving the COVID-19 vaccine, but it's mostly fever or soreness at the injection point. Reported side effects and rare allergic reactions are pretty consistent among the approved vaccines, although a recent report found that some recipients of the Moderna vaccine have experienced delayed rashes at or near the injection site. Rather than being alarmed, vaccine recipients should view such symptoms positively, Tan said. If I feel crappy, I'm happy because it shows your immune system is doing its job, and I know the vaccine took, he said. Overall, the COVID-19 vaccines are causing fewer side effects than the vaccine for shingles but somewhat more than the flu shot, according to Tan. Swatting away another myth, he noted that the vaccines can't give you COVID-19 because the viral material they contain is absolutely dead. Pfizer came first. On December 11, the FDA granted trusted source and emergency use authorization for the first COVID-19 vaccine. Developed by Pfizer and BioNTech, the vaccine was authorized for use in people 16 years and older. Delivered in 2 doses, the vaccine was found to be 95% effective in preventing severe disease. While not an FDA approval, today's emergency use authorization of the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine holds the promise to alter the course of this pandemic in the United States, said Dr. Peter Marks, trusted source, the director of the FDA's Center for Biologics Evaluation and Research, in a statement. Trusted source at the time. With science guiding our decision-making, the available safety and effectiveness data support the authorization of the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine because the vaccine's known and potential benefits clearly outweigh its known and potential risks, Marks said. The recommended interval between the first and second dose of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine is 21 days. Moderna uses modern strategy. A week after approving the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine, the FDA issued trusted source and emergency use authorization for a second 2-dose COVID-19 vaccine. This one was developed by pharmaceutical company Moderna. The Moderna vaccine is authorized for use in adults 18 and older. It was found in clinical trials to be 94% effective against COVID-19. The Moderna vaccine is stronger than the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine in the sense that each dose contains more vaccine material, 100 micrograms compared with 30 micrograms for each Pfizer-BioNTech shot. The recommended interval between the first and second dose of the Moderna vaccine is 28 days, a week longer than for the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine. Like the Pfizer-BioNTech product, the Moderna vaccine doesn't contain weakened viruses like traditional live attenuated vaccines. A live vaccine would have required far more safety testing. It also would have taken a long time to grow in sufficient quantities to distribute to the public, said Mary Premenko-Lanier, Ph.D., a biosciences research scientist at the non-profit Scientific Research Institute SRI International. Rather, both vaccines are built around genetic material called mRNA that's derived from SARS-CoV-2. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, trusted source, mRNA is basically instructions to cells on how to make a piece of the spike protein that's unique to SARS-CoV-2. When a person receives this vaccine, their body produces copies of the spike protein, which does not cause disease, but triggers the immune system to learn to react defensively, producing an immune response against SARS-CoV-2, according to the FDA trusted source. Researchers have been working to develop mRNA vaccines for at least a decade, but the need to rapidly respond to the COVID-19 pandemic pushed the technology out of the lab and into practice, Key said. It absolutely works the way we hoped it would. Johnson & Johnson now available. The vaccine most recently approved trusted source by the FDA comes from Janssen Pharmaceutical Companies, a subsidiary of Johnson & Johnson. In an announcement, the company pledged to distribute 20 million doses of the vaccine in the United States by the end of March and 100 million doses for the first half of the year. On January 29, Johnson & Johnson announced that the vaccine was 72% effective in preventing moderate to severe COVID-19 28 days after vaccination. Severe disease was prevented in 85% of cases. That's less effective than the Pfizer-BioNTech and Moderna vaccines. However, having an efficacy of 70 to 80% is still very good for a vaccine, Premenko-Lanier told. This vaccine has several advantages compared to the existing ones, Ahmadi said. It is a single dose. The vaccine uses genetically modified inactivated adenoviruses, a group of viruses that includes the common cold, to carry part of SARS-CoV-2's instructions into the body, rather than mRNA. Side effects reported in clinical trials for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine are similar to those of the Pfizer-BioNTech and Moderna vaccines: pain, redness of the skin, swelling at the injection site, headache, fatigue, muscle aches, nausea, and fever. Rarer allergic reactions have also been reported. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine has run into some resistance by anti-abortion groups, who expressed concern that the vaccine was tested, although not developed, with cell lines derived from fetal tissue. However, if one has the ability to choose a vaccine, Pfizer or Moderna's vaccines should be chosen over Johnson & Johnson's, the group advised. Tan said that whatever vaccine you get will not only protect your health, but also serve the greater good of helping to end the COVID-19 pandemic. We need to do everything we can to slow down and stop the spread of this disease, he said. The more opportunities you give a virus to replicate, the more opportunities it has to evolve and evade the immune response. Other vaccines in the pipeline. By the end of 2020, 2 other vaccine candidates were in Phase 3 clinical trials, the last step before possible application for emergency use authorization by the FDA. These vaccines are being developed by AstraZeneca and Novavax. On January 29, the AstraZeneca vaccine was recommended for use in the European Union, although not yet in the United States. Like the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, The AstraZeneca injection uses modified adenovirus to provoke an immune response against COVID-19. In studies, researchers who administered the AstraZeneca vaccine in 2 doses to test people 18 and older found no cases of severe infection or hospitalization for 14 days after the second dose. Key said the adenovirus approach used in the Johnson & Johnson and AstraZeneca vaccines has been well known and well used over the past 30 to 40 years in fighting other diseases, such as Ebola. The Novavax vaccine hasn't yet been authorized for use in the United States or Europe. However, the company reported on January 28 that the vaccine had an 89% effectiveness rate and has also been shown to be effective against emerging SARS-CoV-2 variants first detected in the United Kingdom and South Africa. The biotechnology company uses nanoparticles to carry the spike proteins into the body to activate the immune system. Thanks a lot for watching the Kingdom Information YouTube channel. Please like this video and subscribe the channel for useful videos on daily basis.